what's it like living and working in Christchurch if you're a Filipino? Well, we thought we'd ask the man himself, guy who's been here for a few years. First off, well, hey, can you just say who you are and what you do?
Yeah, I'm John Ordonez. I was a builder, carpenter for Christchurch Rebuild for about almost 2 years now. I will be 2 years this September. And I worked with Tech5 for 7 months. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, cool. And so, in addition to being a carpenter, you represent the 117 Filipino workers that work for us.
Yeah, I was also chosen to be representing the Filipino, all the Filipinos. So I was be the they call the spokesperson for them to, translate and make this everything happen smoothly with the company and with the Filipinos. That's it.
Okay. And what would you say is the general feeling in terms of Filipinos who work for Tech5? Are they happy or what?
I can say that majority of the workers in Tech5 are happy how Tech5 runs the company. Maybe we cannot tell that in one company we cannot say that 100% are happy because they have their different expectation with the company. Maybe one or two will not be satisfied and others might be satisfied. But majority of the guys working for Tech5 are pretty much very happy with what they are getting here.
Yeah. Okay. And how would you describe the accommodation that Tech5 provides?
Well, I can describe the accommodation because since I worked before in a different company, having been provided before with the accommodation, I can compare Tech5. It's much better than the first one that I had been through.
Yeah.
Because there I just pay in one room. We're two there. I pay 200 each week. So on top of that, I still have to pay my food and everything. But in Tech5, we only got it for 125. And then on my first company, we cannot go out of our accommodation. In which in Tech5, if you doesn't want to stay in your accommodation, you can have your freedom to go out and then be happy.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you think that Tech5 is a fair employer or offers a fair contract? And maybe can you sort of tell us about the process that happens in the Philippines for Tech5 employees coming over?
I think, generally speaking, I think Tech5 is very fair in everything because I've talked to much of the Filipino working in the rebuild. They come here, pay 10 grand, 15 grand just to come here. And after coming to New Zealand, they only got an $18 an hour. That's a builder, that's not even a painter. But when you compare Tech5 to them, Tech5 is paying a $25 an hour for a builder and $21 an hour for a painter. So when you go around the rebuild and talk to most of the Filipino, you can compare the salary that Tech5 is giving us, and then you can compare it with the other companies, really pretty much higher. Plus, what I like most with Tech5 is that when they started the business, it's just because they don't know how the process is. It's just they commit mistakes. And what I like with Tech5 is they are willing to correct their mistakes. For example, just like because my brother is also working with Tech5. When he signed a contract in the Philippines, he only gets an $18 an hour to come to New Zealand. But when they arrive, the company sees that, I think this is not fair. Then they changed the contract and made it into $25 an hour, which is, the boys were very surprised with that big leap with their salary because it's far different when they signed it in the Philippines. So in most cases, I think Tech5 is always looking forward to the well-being of the Filipinos. It's sometimes because the Filipinos just too scared to talk to their bosses. You can
Sure.
understand that you can ask most of the Filipinos, just they don't know how to communicate with them. That's by keeping them away from the bosses. But instead of talking to their bosses of their grievances, they just go to other people. That's where the problem is, because the company doesn't know what's really happening, and then will just suddenly come, oh, do you have that problem? Why did you not talk to us? That is the main problem. But when Tech5 knows if there's a problem, they easily sort it out.
Yeah. So on the whole, then you'd recommend Tech 5 to fellow Filipinos?
Yes, definitely, because my brother was. I also told my other brother who is still in the Philippines to just join Tech 5 because it's really an awesome company.
Yeah.
And most of my friends who are builders and carpenters also, I just tell them to go to the agency that we Tech 5 was linked into the Philippines and just go there and apply for Tech 5.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Hey, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, John.
That's
Well done.
thank you.